Cameron Jibril Thomaz, most commonly known as Wiz Khalifa, is a rapper, composer, and actor from the United States. He was born on September 8th of 1987 in Minot, North Dakota. Born in a military family, his parents divorced when he was 3 years old. He spent his childhood living in army bases around the world until he settled in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. As a result, Wiz matured much more quickly than his peers. His artistic name comes from the word wisdom and the word Khalifa, which means successor in Arabic and is a nod to his Muslim grandparents. He started to write songs when he was 9 years old, and when he was 12, he was already recording and producing them. He eventually started to use a studio in Pittsburgh named ID Labs, and it didn't take long for him to become known. It was Benji Grinberg who offered him to sign a contract with Rostrum Records. Wiz's name started to become known in the entire country during his last year of high school, thanks to his first mixtape, Prince of the City, Welcome to Pistolvania. On September 5th of 2006, he released his debut album, Show and Prove, and that's when Warner Brothers Records took notice of him. On the summer of 2007, he signed a contract with Warner, and with his single Say Yeah, he reached number 20 in Billboard's Hot Rap Tracks ranking. After many delays plaguing the launch of his new album, Wiz was very dissatisfied with Warner and decided to break up with them and go back to Rostrum Records. He released the single Teach You to Fly, as well as the mixtape How Fly, in collaboration with the rapper Currency. That's where Wiz started to adopt a more melodic style. In 2008, he founded his own company, Taylor Gang Entertainment, and in November of 2009, he released his second album, Deal or No Deal. Most of the songs in that album are dedicated to the art of living life in the best way possible. Among his influences are Camp Lo, The Notorious B.I.G., and Bone Thugs and Harmony. Khalifa appeared on the cover of XXL as one of the top 10 freshmen and was given the award of Rookie of the Year by The Source. He rejected an invitation to do a world tour with Drake and instead started the Wake and Bacon, a successful 50 cities tour with the rapper Yellow Wolf. In November, while he was at the East Carolina University, he was detained for possession and trading of marijuana. After paying a $300,000 fee, he was released from jail and continued his tour. Wiz is very open about his regular consumption of cannabis and even uses a hybrid created specifically for him, the Khalifa Kush. In 2010, he released Kush and Orange Juice, a mixtape which was very well received. Then he signed a contract with Atlantic Records, and on March 29th of 2011, he released his third album, Rolling Papers. His single Black and Yellow, a tribute to the Pittsburgh Steelers football team, reached number 1 in Billboard's Hot 100 ranking. It was a huge success. As the team advanced to the playoffs, this song became their non-official anthem, and when they faced the Green Bay Packers in the Super Bowl, Lil Wayne responded with a response song named Green and Yellow. In 2012, he starred in and participated in the soundtrack production of the movie Mac and Devin Go to High School with the great Snoop Dogg. He also collaborated with other important rappers, such as Juicy J and Pharrell Williams, as well as with the band Maroon 5 in the song Payphone. It was the 5th most downloaded song of the year. And as a curious fact, in 2012, Pittsburgh's Town Hall declared December 12th as Wiz Khalifa Day in Pittsburgh. By the end of that year, he released 2 new mixtapes, as well as his 4th album, ONIFC, which sold 148,000 copies on its launch week. On April of 2013, he released his live EP with Currency, and shortly after announced his 5th album, Black Hollywood, which was released on August of 2014. The mixtape 28 Grams was released the day after Wiz was released from jail for marijuana possession. In regards to his private life, Khalifa had a long-term relationship with the model Amber Rose. They got married in 2013 and had a son, Sebastian Taylor Thomas. But after a troubled separation, Wiz and Amber got divorced in the summer of 2016. During 2015, his participation in the soundtrack for the movie Fast and Furious 7 became a mega hit. He made a tribute song for the actor Paul Walker, along with Charlie Puth, See You Again, that was at the top 1 for 10 weeks, and the video clip is one of the most watched videos in YouTube's history. The song also broke records in Spotify and was nominated for a Golden Globe Award. Although the song was not included in the anthology album Khalifa, it did mark a more calm style. From this album was extracted the single Bake Sale, in collaboration with the rapper Travis Scott. In the summer, he started the High Road Summer Tour with Snoop Dogg and also started a project along with Juicy J and the producer TM88 under the name T-God Mafia, through which they published the album Rude Awakening. His latest works were the studio album Rolling Papers 2 in July of 2018 and a new collaborative album 2009 with Currency. Each one of these albums made us dance to the beat, and thanks to his mix of styles, Wiz Khalifa managed to become one of the most popular rappers in the world. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it. And if you want to see more Draw My Life videos, subscribe to our channel. See you on the next episode!